Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Just reading an article on DP Review that Canon was granted the third most patents in the United States for 2016. It's an interesting statistic. It's an interesting bit of information, and it immediately got me wondering, what were they for? Because Canon is behind. Canon's behind on sensor technology. Canon's behind on 4K in affordable, smaller cameras. Canon appears to be behind on everything these days. There was a time when Canon led the pack on sensor technology. You know, think back not too long ago to the 30D, 40D. Those are very good cameras. You know, the 1DS, the 1DS Mark II. It's not too long ago that you bought a Canon camera for the best sensors. Along came Nikon and came out with the D3, D700, and all of a sudden, Canon was behind. And they've never reclaimed that. I mean, right now, the 80D, the M5, even the 5D Mark IV, even, the flagship is decent, but it doesn't hold the crown. Canon is behind Nikon and Sony. Nikon and Sony are better sensors. You can compare the APS-C 24 megapixel crop sensors, and they're better on the Nikon. They're better on the Sony. Canon is finally kind of caught up there in the sense of they're fairly competitive, but they're not the class leading. They're not the best sensor out there. The Canon is behind Nikon and Sony on that. Same with the full frame cameras. I'd take a D810 for image quality over anything Canon has full frame any day. I'd take a D750. I'd take a D610. There's a reason for that. It's better sensors, better image quality. What happened, Canon? You're putting all these patents out, apparently. You're filing all these patents, but you haven't been able to regain your lead or at least even get on even par with current technology that Nikon and Sony have, and arguably even Panasonic, because they're making really good stuff in smaller sensors. If they were to come out with a full-frame sensor, I think it'd kick Canon's butt all over the place. 4K. Why doesn't the M5 have 4K? I would have bought that camera if it had 4K. It's a beautiful-looking little camera, but I can't shoot in 1080 anymore, just for business reasons. I mean, why do I want to shoot in an older format when, as most of you know, you probably bought a 4K TV this Christmas. 4K TVs are becoming prevalent. 4K is the new norm. 8K. I saw some 8K stuff on YouTube. This stuff's out there now. 4K. You got to be shooting in 4K so you're future-proofing yourself. Because if you're putting out 1080 content right now, it's not going to be that long that we're going to be looking at that and thinking it looks a little antiquated. So, what are all these patents for? Canon's pretty behind on a lot of this stuff. I mean, you got to buy a 5D4 to shoot 4K at a minimum for Canon, and it's not very good at that. It's costing you a lot of money. I mean, you could spend $4,000 roughly, maybe a little less if you get it on sale for a 5D4. You got to buy some lenses too. Or you can buy a Panasonic G7 for about $450 that shoots a better 4K. So what are all these patents for? What do you guys think? Do you find this puzzling? Are you wondering what they're for? Why is Canon not putting the R&D into the right areas? And why are they not able to catch up and offer, the Canon shooters what they need and causing people to go elsewhere? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think. Am I off base here? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss it. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.